bored. Well, I mean, yeah, I have games on my phone, on my computer, and whatever. My consoles, sure, but I don't have anyone to play the games with, you know? What if you play the games with me? Ugh, lame. Why won't you? I mean, you like those games, don't you? Oh, gotcha. Okay, well, what do you want to do? I don't know. But, baby, I'm bored. You know what we haven't done in for like ever? What if, okay, hear me out. Hear me out. What if we went to the creek in the back of the woods? Yeah. Oh, come on. That would be so fun. You don't want to? Fine. I guess I can go by myself. Now you're gonna come? Okay, well, grab your boots. Well, because I'm sure it's gonna be muddy. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't care about the mud. I mean, my boots are already kind of waterproof because, you know, I don't want my feet to get wet, so yeah. Are you ready? Really? Yay! That makes me happy. You make me happy. I love you. Now, let's go play in the mud, shall we? I know, it's like your least favorite thing. I know. But you're so good, and I think it'd be really fun. Yeah, I think it would be a really fun bonding time for us. I mean, like I said, it is just mud. It's just wet dirt. And it washes off. Come on, let's get going. Well, I don't know. I'm feeling kind of nostalgic, and I used to play back here all the time when I was a kid. I mean, like, religiously. It was my favorite place. I would bring my friends back here, and we even wanted to build a little cabin out here once. And we did. Well, we didn't build a cabin, but I built a big teepee. My family came out here, and we'd roast marshmallows and hot dogs and haul wood through here on the four-wheelers and stuff. It was so much fun. I mean, all the neighbors would get together, and I'd play with the neighbor boy, and we'd go butt sliding down the hill. And okay, let me explain. You sit on your butt and slide down the hill. It's quite self-explanatory. We would go in the winter and it'd get all icy, and we'd slip all over, sit in sleds and smack into trees, and you'd go flying. Ugh, to be young again. You know, we should still build the treehouse out here. I mean, if we take those two big ones right there as like the base supports, I think that could work really well. Yeah. Oh, careful, love. Well, you almost stepped on a snail. Bad luck, you know. And well, I mean, decomposers. They eat lots of dead things and help the natural ecosystem. They're also really cute. Come here, little guy. Come here. So the trick with snails, because if you just pluck them up, you know, you're gonna hurt their little suction foot thingy. So you kind of grab the shell really gently, and you shake them just a little bit, and then slowly, gently lift. You don't want to do it too fast, because then, you know, they're gonna hurt. It's like ripping a band-aid off. Not fun. So you just lift them real nice and slow, and you put them in your hand like this, and make sure the shell is, you know, up the right way, and he'll come out. Come on now, little bud. It's okay. See? There he is. Hi. You're going on all sorts of adventures today, aren't you? I'm gonna just put you over here. Here, crawl on the leaf. Good job. They're so cute. Oh, look, a bunch of worms. Well, I guess that makes sense. It stormed just the other day. I wouldn't want them to drown, of course. We made it, by the way. Right down there. You can still see the remnants of where the teepee was, but it's weathered over the years and ain't nearly what it used to be. It used to be super lush down here. The creek was always so full of water. There would even be fish that float through here every now and then. Nothing big enough to catch, but... Oh, there was one time where I was crossing the creek and I stepped on a rock to cross and the rock moved under my foot as I stepped down on it and I got across still, but I realized it was a snapping turtle and his shell was so big, it was almost the size of a dinner plate. Yeah, a snapping turtle out here. I know, I thought it was crazy, but apparently one of the neighbors, their, property runs back here and they've got a pond, so I'm thinking he came from there, but he was huge. Yeah, we ended up relocating him to that pond. We called the people who we thought owned the property and was like, "Hey, we found this real big snapping turtle. It probably ain't gonna make it out here. Relocate it and into your pond." And they were like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And we did. We carted it over in the little trailer we use for hauling wood behind the four-wheeler and dumped it in. Don't know if he ever made it, but it was so cool to see. Yeah. But I miss those simpler times. I wonder if the creek is just clogged. Like if there's just, a dam built up somewhere. I mean, we get beavers, but they're usually in bigger ponds, not out here. Let's follow it and maybe see. I mean, there's water, but not nearly as heavy as it usually is, and it did just rain, so maybe... Oh! Right there. It's the tarp from the teepee. There was only a part of it left. I mean, I thought I built it good enough that it wouldn't, affect the landscape, but I guess it did, which is really unfortunate. But let's start unclogging it. Okay, wait. Let me pull this big one. Okay. Here. Let me get in there with my knife and cut the tarp. Okay, there's that. Can you pull on this piece? Yeah, keep it taut. I mean, don't pull hard enough where once it's loose, you're gonna fall back and hurt yourself. Yeah, about there. That's great. Thank you. Okay. All right, we got that, and then maybe this, and oh, look! It's coming loose. Oh yeah, we did it! High five, love. Great job, babe. It's great to see the water flowing through here again. Maybe with enough rain, and if we keep traveling it and unclogging it, it'll be a really good flowing creek again, and maybe we could even go fishing here. Just, catch and release, of course. Nothing here gets big enough we could eat. I'll have to take you hunting out here, too. Once it's season, of course. The memories I've made here, growing up, they're crazy. I mean, I think about them often, but I never thought I would be back here. What if we did build that treehouse? I mean, if we end up having kids, I think it would be a great place for them to play. Yeah, we could come out here, they could play in the treehouse, we could sit by the fire and enjoy ourselves. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, I think it would be a really good family bonding experience. Of course, the kids would have to be old enough, and when I was young, I would ride out on the four-wheeler and, I'd pretend it was this majestic beast that I was riding out into the wilderness, and I had such a crazy imagination as a kid. I hope I hope our kids are a lot like how I was as a kid. Reliant on my family to take care of me, but relying on my imagination and the stories I could tell myself to keep me entertained. Not saying that I don't want our kid to rely on us for entertainment, because, I want to be able to play with our kid and, to hang out with them and play games and stuff and pretend and bond, but I think it's really important for our little one to not want to fill their life with what's on a screen. Maybe having a screen time set for them and explaining to them why, rather than just, well, you're not allowed to be on your phone. Talk to them about what a reasonable amount of time on their phone would be and get them outside, get them dirty. I'm not going to complain if they go and play in a mud puddle and get all dirty. They just have to come home and take a bath. That's all. Heck, I'll go over there and splash in it with them. Build all sorts of fun things out of sticks and rocks and make up stories and adventures and teach them how to build fires, without having, a lighter or a match. If they were ever stranded out here, I know I have those skills. I can keep myself alive decently anyway. It's, I don't know. I just want our kid to be confident enough in what they can do in this world. Because as a kid, I was confident. I knew how to take care of myself, and I knew that. So I didn't really want to rely on anybody. Of course, now that I, have you, a decent guy, a guy that's actually, encouraging me to wife a little bit, it helps. I mean, heck, I want to keep my nails nice. Before I wanted them short, but now I want them to grow out a little bit, maybe paint them every so often. You've wifed me, wifeified, wifeified me. What? Did I ever mud wrestle? What the heck is mud wrestling? You mean like literally wrestled in the mud? No, I didn't do that, no. It's not that I'm afraid to mud wrestle, I don't know. I only had one or two friends when I was growing up. One or two friends at a time, anyway. And none of them really were into that kind of stuff. I'm not mud wrestling. Absolutely not. No, because I tell you what, I bet you that's some weird thing that guys are into, like watching girls make out and stuff. No, not into that at all. Sorry, love. I'll get my hands dirty, sure, but not like that. If I can avoid it, I will. Yeah, I've gone mudding, but you know what? Why are we so obsessed with mud? We should probably get back. It's getting dark, and there's coyotes that run this ravine, so. Not that, not that I'm scared or threatened by them, I just don't want to intervene with their hunt. They gotta survive and eat too. Thank you for coming out here, darling. It was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to make this a safe place for our kids to be. One day. Yeah. I really missed it out here. Hopefully we can come out again soon. I love you, my dear. Thank you for being safe enough that I feel like it's okay to be a little girly sometimes. I never had anyone like you that made me feel worthy of being a woman. So, I really appreciate it. Thank you.